What's up, dude? Hello, everybody. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Let's talk about some murder. Geetha Angara was born in 1961 in Chennai, India. She earned her bachelor's and master's degree in chemistry from Laloya College in Chennai. She was the first woman in the school's history to do so, and she was the top student in the class. She emigrated to the US in 1984 and earned an additional master's degree, as well as a doctorate in organic chemistry from New York University. Geetha married another Indian immigrant who worked in banking. It didn't take long and the couple had their first of 3 children. The family settled in Clifton, New Jersey, which is a suburb in Passaic County. I hope I'm saying that correctly. In 1992, Geetha started work for the Passaic Valley Water Commission, which is a public utility owned by the city of Clifton as well as the neighboring cities of Passaic and Patterson. The plant provides 83 million gallons of water to 80,000 customers daily. 7 years later, Geetha and her family moved to Holmdel, which is 49 minutes or 45.4 miles from Clifton. Geetha and her husband believed that the school system was better in Holmdel for their children. Obviously, education is very important to Geetha. She was promoted to senior chemist of the plant and got her plant operator's license. However, some of her fellow coworkers resented the work that she did on a major project and the fact that she had gotten a promotion. She didn't socialize much with her coworkers other than a select few that she worked directly with. She preferred to just focus on her work and get her job done. In 2005, Geetha was applying to get another license, which in turn made her coworkers dislike her even more. Another coworker later told People this attitude was at least in part racially motivated. 98% of the plant is white, and not all of them like seeing immigrants do well. And not only that, but Geetha was a woman, so I'm sure that had a small part in it as well. On February 8th, 2005, Geetha went to work at 7:30 a.m. and worked until 9:30 a.m. when she had breakfast with her coworkers, or with her immediate coworkers that she worked in close connection with. One of her subordinates informed her that the plant's filters and clarity sensors needed to be calibrated, and this fact was supported by plant records. This wasn't just something that was made up. The group left and went to another building shortly before 10 a.m. Geetha went back to the building where she normally worked at 10:30 a.m. That was the last time that Geetha was seen alive. The subordinate that reminded Geetha to calibrate the instruments went down into the basement and noticed some broken glass on the floor. Geetha had been carrying a beaker. We know beakers are made out of glass. Other than that one coworker, no one noticed that she was missing until 9:20 that night. One of the night shift workers noticed that her car was still parked in the parking lot. The coworker that had been working with Geetha during the day went back to the plant after having been home for the evening to try to help look for her. Geetha's family had tried numerous times to get a hold of her, but to no avail. She was supposed to take one of her kids to a basketball game, and of course, she never showed up. The workers at the plant called her family to report that they could not find her, but it didn't look like she had left. Before midnight, Geetha Angara was reported missing. Some of the workers that were searching the basement found an area where one of the 4-foot wide, 50-pound aluminum floor panels that opened onto the million-gallon tanks was slightly opened, and the 12 screws that held the panel in place were either broken or they were just completely missing. Nearby on the floor, there were broken shards of glass consistent with the beaker that Geetha had been carrying. The glass, however, was swept up and just thrown away. The plant was shut down at 2 a.m. on February 9th so that the tank underneath the panel could be drained. After it was, Geetha's radio and clipboard that she had been carrying were found in that tank. The rest of the tanks were drained and searched on the same day. At 6:30 p.m., Geetha's body was found in the clear well, which was a different tank from the one that she was dropped into. Her body had drifted into a different one. After the autopsy was completed, the pathologist realized that she was alive when she went into the water, and the reported cause of death was drowning. Her neck had deep bruises on it that suggested a strangulation attempt before she passed. She had other bruises on her body that also suggested a struggle. The detectives that worked on the case suspect that whoever killed Geetha probably incapacitated her, more than likely by strangling her, and opened the panel to the water tank and just simply dumped her in. There was no ladder leading to the tank opening, so there was no way for Geetha to access it herself. She was a woman about my height, 5'2", and it was over 5 feet, to get up to the top of the tank. Since her body had been in the water for so long, over a day before they found her, and the heavy chlorination in the water washed away any trace of possible evidence. Access into the plant was so tightly guarded that the police believed that there were very few suspects who would know how to get in. Of the 83 employees, 50 had gone to work that day. The police believed that one of the other employees was the one that killed Geetha. There were 2 specific women who openly disliked her, but no one thought that they'd be capable to do something like murder. In May of 2006, the police began to suspect that maybe it was just an accident. I think that's BS. I think someone absolutely killed her. I think it was a murder. I mean, how do you accidentally fall into a water tank? Especially one that you would have a hard time getting access to. I just think the whole thing is crap that they think it could be an accident. But those are just kind of my thoughts. I would love to know what you guys think in the comments down below. But other than that, that's it for me today. I hope you guys have a great day, and I will be back here tomorrow with another True Crime Career video. Bye, guys.